Even my close friend whom I trusted, who ate my bread, has lifted his heel against me. Psalms 41 verse 9. Hey fam bam, it's me, just Londa. Can we talk that talk?
Y'all know why the fuck Kevin couldn't do shit for y'all? Cause Dave Becky threw his motherfucking weight around and said Kevin Hart ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Monique.
So, I listened to Cory Holcomb. Now, his mouth is filthy. Sometimes he be hitting on something, okay? Sometimes he's be okay, Chocolate. My cousins are crazy. Sometimes he be hitting on something. And he had a lot to say when it come to Monique. So you remember when Monique said this. Well, that kind of made Kevin look, I don't know, not like a true friend maybe. It made people perspective of him look differently. However, when I sit back and I think about it, I thought the same thing what Corey was saying. So I want us to listen. Now, I've chopped some things up only because Corey went on a tangent about how Monique calls Sydney daddy and he calling her mommy or mom or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I don't do that mess. I have a good relationship with my father. So my daddy is my only daddy, and if I need another daddy, I have my heavenly father. So let me play and let's just listen to what Corey has to say.
Kevin Hart is selfless. Kevin Hart is a very generous person. And when somebody go on there that I know he was generous to and talk bad about him because he didn't do what they wanted him to do after they took from him, I don't like that.
Now, when he's saying after that they took from him, remember Monique mentioned that Kevin Hart was a friend and was like, he gave us a loan and she gave it back plus interest because there could have been some financial woes. You know, life be lifing for people, whether they're A-list, whether they're a millionaire, life be lifing for these people. And Kevin Hart being a friend of Mo at the time, because I'm going to assume at the time that they're friends, and maybe now that they're not. I'm not sure. But at that time, he he lended a helping hand and she paid him back plus interest. So that's what he's talking about. And I kind of see that in Kevin because if I'm not mistaken, Kevin has put on so many people around him as far as we know. So people that he might have been friends with or things like that, he kind of set them up. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of set them up. So no matter what we think of him, like especially what Cat Williams has to say about Kevin, he's going to try to do his best to put people, his people, in spaces. And we kind of know that about Kevin. Mark me if I'm wrong. Mark me if I'm wrong.
I don't like that. This is what makes me mad. I say this to Monique and her husband, who seems to have her back. You already?
So he's talking to Monique and the husband because, you know, I talk about black love in this video. You know, when did black love define what it is? If you're black and your husband has your back, that's black love. Whatever happened to it being in the family? You know, all that disappears because her husband is her manager. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to that? I I I'm just confused and lost because had the roles been vice versa, then yes, girl, queen girl. You know what I'm saying? But her husband is her manager. Wendy Williams' husband was her manager for the longest. And I mean, the outcome is the outcome, but look how far Kevin had took Wendy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing the things that he's done to his wife, but look where he brought her from a radio station to everyone knew who Wendy William was. Everyone knew who Wendy William was. And that was her husband, her black husband, who had her back. Now, again, I'm not looking at the cheating part. I'm just looking at the fact. I'm just saying what I'm saying when it comes to Monique and her husband and their relationship. And I'm speaking on what Corey is saying about it as well.
You know what it is, Monique? If Kevin said he'll help you, I'm sure his true intention was to help you.
I believe that 100%. I believe he and her were in this relationship because I do remember them having So Plain together, being on that movie So Plain together. That was one of like the funnier movies, and I believe we have like the CD. So I'm pretty sure he meant what he said.
But you want me to tell you why Kevin couldn't help you?
Tell us.
Let me tell you why Kevin, you said, and that's the last I heard of him. If you don't know, but I know you know. You in. The brother, I don't know his name. I forgot his name.
She's too busy calling him daddy, but we get it.
Y'all know why them people ain't, why Kevin couldn't pull it? Kevin can't help you because them people around Kevin who build his career refuse to let y'all come in and interfere with his good Hollywood name.
Did you hear what Corey said? He didn't want Monique and Sydney to interfere with Kevin's hot Hollywood name. Because after everything that Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah put her through, blackballing her, making her seem like she's this type of woman, we can't let them mess his name up. Even though her friendship with Kevin, you know, they were tight, you know what I'm saying, like a sister or whatever the case may be.
Kevin is in Hollywood, homie. You gonna make me say it. Becky.
Becky
Bill
with
know
the
who
good
I'm
hair.
talking about.
Stop.
What's up with that Barry Fox, y'all? What a degree. Hey,
I'm always drinking something. I'm sorry. I'm always hungry.
man, I'm finna get in trouble. Fuck. No. The reason I'm not gonna get in trouble all the way is because I'm gonna say some real shit.
He's about to say some real stuff.
Sydney, the brother Sydney.
Spill
Y'all
it.
know why the fuck Kevin couldn't do shit for y'all? Because Dave Becky threw his motherfucking weight around and said Kevin Hart ain't got nothing to do with no motherfucking Monique or none of the fucking shit she coming with.
Now, if you don't know, Dave Becky is, I'm going to assume that is Kevin Hart's manager. And whatever he says goes. So his heart was probably pure. It probably was pure. He probably meant, hey Mo, I'm going to throw you into some of my productions and things like that. He probably meant exactly that. But David Becky said no, because we don't want you messing up his good name. Well, if Kevin is the boss, he is the talent, you would think what he says goes. He's the manager of Kevin. They already had plans for Kevin. I'm sorry if you hear my heating system go. I'm in my office, but office is the basement, so I do apologize if you hear that. They already had plans for Kevin, and Kevin could not be a part of this.
That's what the big Caucasian male told the industry. Hey, Kevin said he gonna do this. They called Kevin people.
Yup. My cousin is texting me. I'm so sorry. This is it.
Do with no motherfucking Monique or none of the fucking shit she coming with. That's what the big Caucasian male told the industry when y'all said, hey, Kevin said he gonna do this. They called Kevin people. Watch out, this table's in the room. Kevin people was like, Kevin ain't got shit to do with none of that shit. I got it, y'all. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Do you hear what he's saying? He's saying that Kevin Hart's manager did not allow Kevin Hart to help out a friend. Because they didn't want her to tarnish his good name. He also mentioned the race of this person. When are we going to realize that we need to own our own stuff? That's why I say culture. Because we do not support one another. We don't support one another. We don't. We don't. Her husband is her manager. Support one another. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Now, I wonder, is Tiffany Haddish going to ruin Kevin Hart's good name? Or is she still going to be in their good grace? With all her antics and things like that, is she going to be tossed aside? Because she's going to be tarnishing Kevin Hart's good name?
I ain't gonna knock it over. What the fuck they look like building Kevin Hart up? Kevin Hart is a name that goes in people's living room. You can't have him intertwined. What's up, man? You can't have him intertwined with none of that shit. Monique and what's his name?
Sydney.
and the brother Sidney going through.
You can't have his household name intertwined with Monique's rumored to be she's not oh God. I don't want to say friendly to her because that's not what was said. She's hard to deal with. Like you know what it is. I can't think right now. I can't think right now. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. They could not have Kevin's good name because he's all around here. He's all around here. When I lived in England, I remember people rushing to go see Kevin Hart when he came to London. I can only imagine Wales. I can only imagine Wales. I didn't go because I didn't feel like going to London. I didn't want to take the tube. I didn't want to drive because typically I drive to London. I rarely took the tube, and yeah, no. So I wasn't going. But I remember people talking about it and them going to on base and off base. They were going. They were going to take their money and go. They were paying to go see Kevin. So they have put him in a space where he has this household name. He is in across the nations. I can't even think. So why would they allow Kevin to possibly get his name tarnished by working with Mo? Well, that's because he's just a talent. He doesn't really own himself. And I get it. I get it. Because we don't know things like that. We don't know about getting through the mud because we don't support one another. We don't support one another. Use people, when it comes to that, use them as a stepping stone. Just like WIC for the ladies, WIC for the males, unemployment. Use it as a stepping stone to get your own. Create your own wealth. Create your own wealth. Prince Emancipation made him more money than Purple Rain because Emancipation was funded on his own, while Purple Rain was funded by others, and they gave him what was left.
If I had a client that was on that side of Hollywood, I'll be like, man, don't fuck with them. Let them people get their money.
Wow. So, don't mess with them. If he was in that space, he'd be like, don't mess with them. Let them get their money. You know, the rich will always stay richer. And it'd be a hard way for them to go to heaven. It says so in the Bible. If I'm not mistaken, Jesus had a fable to where a woman had a child that was really sick. And she asked Jesus to come to heal her child. Jesus made a reply, and she said, well, even dogs deserve scraps. not calling Mo a dog, but everyone deserves a healing is what she was saying. I'm losing my train of thought just that quick. Oh my God. So sorry. My thing is, if Kevin was a friend, even if he could not do anything, why couldn't he reach out to someone else that could possibly help her? That was my only thing about that. Because, he's a boss, right? Y'all ding him as a boss. So he knows people, he has contacts and things like that. Oh my God, this video is going to be so long. Give me a second. He has contacts, he knows people. Why couldn't he not do it under his production, but maybe under someone else's production? Because he was a friend, but then he ghosted her. So that's my only qualm with that. You're like my sister or things like that. If I could not help you, let me find someone who could. But yet she didn't hear anything else. And I get what Corey is saying, but I also understand how even someone else deserves it. You know what I'm saying?
The fuck you thought you was about to fucking Kevin? I know Kevin. Monique, I want to help you. Monique, I'll do this. The white man in charge of Kevin? Hell motherfucking no. Get them motherfuckers the fuck away. Want me to tell you how I know this? You want me to tell you how I know this?
How you know this, Corey?
Like they keep saying worldwide, he keeps saying Kevin got handlers. Yeah, when you get a certain level in Hollywood, yeah.
Yes, Kevin has handlers. And I would think that now that he is in a certain status, he would try to change things to make his own his own. Be the person who you say you are, who God has put you to be. Be that person. Don't be manipulated into doing something that it was kindness of your heart. It was the kindness of your heart, and you wanted something to go through for her, but you couldn't. If you had your own, if you were under your own, that wouldn't have been a problem. But we're so pressed on trying to get the money and not thinking about it properly all the way through. Get a game plan. Figure it out.
I know this man. Me and Kevin was like this, homie. I was on tour with Kevin.
Now I try to find some tour stuff about him being being with Kevin, but I'm pretty sure they do know each other because he was in, what is it, The Wedding Ringer or something like that, and then he was also in Think Like a Man. So I'm pretty sure they might have known each other. They crossed paths, but typically a lot of comedians cross paths with one another. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying him and Kevin was like this.
I was on tour with Kevin, but Cory Holcomb come with a certain type of shit.
Because that mouth is reckless. However, some of the stuff aligns with, and it's so funny because he's not, his mouth is reckless, his action is reckless, but if you read through it, he be saying stuff like, God be like, and then it'll go away. It'll go away. Because his mouth is reckless.
Corey Holcomb come with a certain type of whatever you want to call it. When Kevin Hart filmed his first special, the same motherfuckers that told the people that Monique called, Kevin Hart don't want nothing to do with them. Them motherfuckers got me the fuck away from Kevin Hart. All motherfucking day, they signed me to an agency that put me on the road to get the fuck away from their product they trying to turn into a household name.
They were not playing because they already had intentions for Kevin. And because his mouth is so reckless, we have to distance them. We have to distance them. This is why I have so much respect for Cat Williams. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. But he is his own person, and he can say whatever he wants to say. He can do whatever he wants to do. He can fund whatever he wants to fund. He can produce whatever he wants to produce. God makes a way for his people. I truly believe Kevin is a person of good heart intentions. But because others have plans for him, invested into him, because at any given time, they can cut him off. At any given time, they can cut him off. And then he will be like your boy Jonathan. You know Jonathan. The one who just went to court and lost the court case just because of the way he spoke to her. And now he's losing deals left and right. They showed you who they are right in front of your face. Meaning they can build you up and smash you down. Had Jonathan did it godly way, whatever they would have thrown at him wouldn't have made it. I hear my son with his dirty clothes basket, so I'm about to wrap this up. Here he comes. He's about to start washing clothes. So I'm going to wrap this up. This is just a little food for thought. Let me know if I am reaching, because I could truly be reaching. I could truly be reaching and just talking out to hear myself talk. But something tells me I am not wrong about this. So on that note, thanks for watching, rating, subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about what Corey says and what I feel about this whole situation. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if Corey's wrong. And I'll click his live so y'all can hear his whole fiasco, because he went on a whole tangent about a lot of other things. I'm not sure if I want to talk about Monique and her son's situation, only because of my family situation, and I don't want to seem biased, and I don't want to seem flashy, so I probably won't talk about that. So on that note, fam, thanks for watching, rating, subscribing, all that good jazz to make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside.